Good morning.
Good morning. That was literally the first sip of coffee of the day. That was great.
Ooh. Okay, well, we're back for more carnivore conversations. And as a preview segue, I don't know, Kayla told me she had something to tell me about her theory. And I've been anxiously awaiting this in my personal time because we decided to wait to discuss it here. So I guess, I don't know, do you have any further introductions?
Yeah, I guess going back, what was that, 3 weeks ago? We talked about our experience with carnivore. And was it 3 weeks ago now?
I don't know.
There's an episode all about carnivore and our journeys and everything. I specifically talked about how I loved it so much and I had great results on it. I guess at this point it would have been almost a year and a half ago. I was kind of doing the math because it was like maybe a year and a half postpartum with my first.
Yeah.
So I would say about a year and a half ago. Now, the first week was not great, which we talked about, just like your body adjusting to not be running on sugar and carbs. But then after that first week, it was fantastic. No brain fog, felt great, lost like 20 pounds, no complaints. Anyway, so now this time around, I'm 6 months postpartum. In my head, I'm like, well, I'm going to do this now because why wait when I know it works and when I feel so good on it? So I told you we were talking about how I'm going to start carnivore. I did all the things. The first week was like not so great, but again, I was adjusting and I felt like that was normal. Well, then our house got hit with like a horrible stomach bug. I think, excuse me, sorry. I can't remember exactly at what point the stomach bug hit, but it was somewhere in the beginning of me wanting to either I had already started or I'd wanted to start carnivore again. So anyway, we got hit really, really hard. All of us got wiped. After the initial 24 hours it was, there was like a whole week where my stomach just felt wrong. Like,
Ugh.
just wrong. So anyway, fast forward a little bit. I'm on my carnivore journey like we talked about. I'm not losing any weight, not a single pound.
Really?
Yeah. For like 3 weeks, I was losing no weight, maybe
Whoa.
like a half a pound, which was very different from my first experience. Now, I have a little less to lose this time, so I was thinking it wouldn't come off as quickly, but I was definitely expecting the scale to move a little bit within like 2-3 weeks.
Bro, I mean, I lost a pound a day for the
Mm-hmm.
first week. I recognize like a significant number in the beginning was it not inflation, inflammation. But
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. And the first couple days, I was still putting like creamer in my coffee. And I was like, ooh, oh no, I gotta be really strict. So I went like full strict, like heavy cream in my coffee. No cheating. No, it was like, anyway, okay. So I had a rough day at work or something, and I'm not losing any weight. So I come home and I'm like, you know what? I'm over it. A couple days go by and I went off my diet. Why did I lose a pound after I went off my diet? So there's probably a very much scientific reasons for this, and who knows what the body's doing. But my theory, this is where the first theory comes in. I have two theories today to share. My first theory is that I have parasites.
No.
I mean, probably everyone does. But in my head, I'm like, that bug wrecked me. And I'm like, what is now in my body? And I'm like, they didn't like the meat I was eating. So now when I ate the sugar, they're like eating up all the sugar and carbs and I lost weight. That doesn't really make sense because they're like, they'd still be inside of me. But I'm like, are the parasites eating the carbs? And that's why I lost weight.
Wouldn't you be underweight and like chronically malnourished if you had a parasite?
Well, it's depending on the kind.
Or do you think like your flora and fauna of your GI tract got fucked?
I think something really like it's taken me a long time to get back to where I'm feeling good. And now I feel fine, but well, I did feel fine and then I didn't feel fine again. The parasite thing was like very kind of off the wall, whatever. It's probably not affecting me losing weight or not losing weight on the carnivore diet, but I did find it really weird that I lost a pound after I ate 2 days of it wasn't like shit, but it wasn't not carnivore for sure.
Yeah.
So maybe that was my body adjusting. I don't know. I have a second theory that may come into play here. But regardless, I still do want to do a parasite cleanse because everyone basically probably has a parasite. And I've never done one. And over the almost 30, 34 and a half years of my life, I forgot what age I was again. Surely there's something inside and I want to get it out.
What kind of cleanse? Tell me what your steps in your cleanse would be.
Well, I have more research to do, but there's a few different things, but you definitely have to have like it's not like it's just a detox thing you can drink or eat. You have to almost take something like called a binder. I've heard two things. Like you take something that is a binder and a biofilm disruptor. So like parasites apparently build a biofilm around themselves to protect them. And so you need something to like penetrate there. And then you need a binder to like latch onto it so that when you do the detox, it actually flushes out versus just, like missing it. So you need to like break it open, something attaches to it, and then you got to flush it out. Sounds really stressful to be honest, and I'm scared to see what may come out, but I really want to do it. So there's my side tangent adventure for the day. I don't know when I'll start because I need to do some more research on like which brand I'm going to use.
Is there like a company and they sell like a supplement?
There's a lot of different things. I follow a couple different functional health doctors on Instagram that promote different brands. Not promote, I'll be careful with that word. They have talked through the process of these things. And so I would trust, I'm not just going to Amazon something. I would trust like a functional health doctor with actual credentials, look up that brand, do research on those brands, and then make a decision.
What's the like time frame? Are you like not eating something for a certain amount of time? I'm imagining colonoscopy prep, that's 24 hours, but what's,
I haven't gotten that far in my research, but I don't think you have to do any like fasting. It's several weeks process though, because you have to do the first part and then you have to do the second part. I think you could do it. There's like a severity of how far you want to go. It's like carnivore, like how strict do you want to go? Do you want to just take the pills and do the thing? Or do you want to maybe do some intermittent fasting with it? Do you want to really go crazy and do coffee enemas with it? Like there's some
coffee enemas? You put
Have you heard of
coffee up your
those?
butthole?
Yeah, dude. I've never done it before, but people swear by it.
Wouldn't you absorb caffeine too?
I don't,
Do you think people just like it because they're absorbing caffeine?
no, I don't think that's what it is. Again, research mode has not kicked in on that part yet, but I know a lot of people do it.
Interesting.
Okay. So all that to say, I think my parasite theory is a little wonky, but it does beg the like motivate me to do a parasite cleanse. What I really believe now is what's happening. This is my second theory, which makes a little more sense in my head. Went back on carnivore after my 2 days of not being so great. And I was like super strict. I made like a bulletin board. I think I sent you the picture, not a bulletin board. I put sticky notes up on my mirror, like 1 through 30, like I'm going to do it. So when we recorded the podcast about 3 weeks ago and I told the world I'm going to do 30 days strict carnivore and I'm going to come back and tell you guys how it happened or how it's going. Well, it's going awful. My stomach I don't feel good. My stomach hurts. This is a horrible like promotion for carnivore because I really do love it. But here's where my theory comes in. I'm not feeling good. I had a little stressful situation that we talked about offline of just like my health. I don't feel like I'm where I need to be. All that to be said, I think because you had made a good point about minerals, which kind of led me into like nutrients. And I was thinking about electrolytes and I was thinking about all those things. And then I was thinking, Kayla, you just had a baby. Like, I think I'm too postpartum and I think I'm nutrient and mineral depleted and my body can't handle it right now. I think
Yeah.
I'm too postpartum to be doing carnivore like I used to do carnivore.
I think that makes sense.
Right?
Also, I mean, I don't feel like carnivore or not carnivore, I don't feel like I have the money or the ability to eat a variety enough of food to get the minerals and vitamins that I need for.
Because we're not over here eating liver or anything.
That's what I mean. Like, but I don't feel like I can do that normal life.
Right, that's true.
Which actually, it's funny that you say this because I've been on a whole mineral electrolyte obsession recently. And I've taken AG1 somewhat religiously for a reasonably long time. And I did that through carnivore all of the times and more intentionally when I was doing that. But I was looking and it has a lot of like essential vitamins and nutrients in it. I thought it was just like a green supplement. I don't know. There's all the weird shit that I don't know how to pronounce. And I wonder if that has helped me feel better. I was feeling weirdly like lethargic. I don't know if that's the right word. And then fucking Instagram, like knew that I was looking at different supplements and then kept sending me like ads for taking ferritin. I guess that's free iron or some crap. something. I don't know. I was trying to make Jason explain it to me because I use him as my own personal chat GPT. Anyhow, I had told you I was also getting cramps or inappropriate because I'm not out here like sweating my ass off in the sun where I should be cramping. And I tested out my low potassium theory by eating, what is that? I mean, I
Banana?
ate a banana, but like fuck bananas. They don't even have that much. Well, I always want to call them nectarines, and that's not it. Apricots.
Tangerines? I didn't know they were high in
Dried
potassium.
apricots. They're like one of the highest fruits in potassium.
Good to know.
Anyway, that helped. And then I listened to a thing about like maybe drinking the salt drinks for electrolytes isn't the best thing because apparently which actually this was making sense to me, even though I love Element and I will still drink it, but I'm diluting it way the fuck down. And I'm using it more as like a rescue electrolyte supplement versus a daily now because I like the flavor of it. So I'd been drinking it stronger, so it was saltier. And this functional physician podcast I was listening to, the lady was saying like the pH, the salinity of your body's not salty. And so, if you, which also like if you want to take a giant shit, you like drink salt water because it pulls the water out of your, like your body wants to balance it. So if it's like really high salt in your GI, it will pull water out of your tissues into your GI tract to level out the salinity. And then that in turn makes you shit. So she was saying like if you're drinking something that's very, very, very salty all at once, your body is going to try to normalize the salt levels. And then essentially you're going to dehydrate yourself because it's pulling water out to neutralize how salty that is. And then you could actually be losing minerals and losing hydration. And I was drinking it more concentrated than I probably should. And anyway, she was trying to like sell a supplement, like a mineral thing, which her thing like sounded cool and made sense, but like I don't have money to just be buying all this shit. And I get a little like skeptical whenever there's somebody that's promoting a product in tandem with their research. But I did go to our health food store and got like a trace mineral dropper supplement to add to water. And it's not a ton that you put in. It's like two droppers worth. I forget the milliliters, but in like this Big Daddy throughout the day. And it has some sodium in it, but it is more of the like magnesium, potassium, like the other salts and other electrolytes that you need. And it is not like salty. And it really just makes my water taste more like a mineral water, like how they add minerals for flavor.
Well, I was going to say, I have heard a lot of people talking about, just listened to a podcast about how they've stripped all the minerals from our water. And especially like even me, like I've got the reverse osmosis because I'm like, get all the pharmaceuticals and fluoride out of my water, but I'm stripping away all the minerals too. So like I really should be adding those back in.
And I know they make things where you can add them back into filtered water, like you're saying. I don't have the bandwidth. Someday I would like to do that where it like is the reverse osmosis and then it goes through like a remineralizer. But I don't know. This has been really easy. It doesn't taste weird. Sometimes I'll put like a little bit of my Element in it just for like a little bit of flavor. But it made a lot of sense. And I have not been having cramps. I mean, it immediately resolved. And I was feeling like lethargic and sort of like weirdly out of breath sometimes. I'm like, what is this? Because my iron is definitely not low because I eat a good amount of like red meat. And there's like the green supplement. Anyway, it was just really interesting. So it was funny, like you and I were both having like vitamin mineral tangents. But everything I read too says like unless you're growing food yourself, and even if you're doing that, like soil is so depleted, even on like organic vegetables and fruit, like it's just, we don't get the content that we used to. And like you said, everyone talks about beef liver, and I literally tried to cook the beef liver that we had in our freezer from our half of a cow. And I told myself that I was going to try it, buddy. It smelled.
Did you just try it plain?
So bad.
Did you season it?
No, there was no amount of seasoning that was going to overcome the smell. I ate a bite of it. I was like, this is horrid. I'd already, like, by the time I smelled it cooking, I'd already decided it was going to be cut up for the dogs. But it's just not going to happen. If it were the consistency of chicken livers where it crumbles, like if you cook them, they crumble. I could crumble that like into traditional like dirty rice or I could easily crumble that into ground beef, but I have a problem with like eating the filtering organ of an animal that is extremely disgusting and not knowing where that animal is being raised at. Like if I myself was raising chickens to eat them, I would save the chicken livers and I would eat them, like no problem. But I just can't. I can't do it. I can't buy like a flat of chicken livers from the store and not know where they're from and then eat it.
That's so stressful. I'm getting a little woozy thinking about it. I agree
Anyway,
though.
here we are.
And yeah, I was gonna say they have pills for these type of things, but you don't like that. They also have powders, but at the same time, it's like again,
What
where are
did you do
they?
to make it a powder?
What?
It's like, what did they do to make it a powder?
That's a good question. But the brand I'm thinking of, can't remember exactly what the name is, so I'm not gonna pretend and say it wrong. And I haven't done a research on it, but I believe that the brand I'm thinking about is a grass-fed, grass-finished organ something powder.
And I
Sorry,
don't
I
mind
can't.
like the hefty flavor. I don't know. There's something about beef liver too. It's like stringy and it's hard and it's spongy. Like it's just
Stringy.
it's not a good consistency. It's not for me, boss. So, of course, I've said this out loud. So now Instagram keeps showing me ads for beef collagen and beef liver pills. And like you said, mama ain't swallowing a pill. Anyhow, fun times on at whatever.
I know. Hey, but okay, so I need to go back and clarify one thing. I'm not anti-carnivore. I love it. I'm actually quite sad that it's not working for me right now,
Yeah.
but I don't feel right on it this time. My stomach was constantly like, I'm not hungry, but my stomach felt empty.
Yeah. And I feel like I
I
had that in the
hate that.
beginning, but then I
Yeah,
got
it
over
but
the
it
carb rush, and that would be horrid for an extended. So, what is your, I'm sorry, I hijacked this conversation.
no,
What's
I love it.
your solution? Like, what are you gonna do?
Well, literally, I felt so awful the couple nights ago. I was just laying in bed with this pit in my stomach. I'm like, I feel horrendous, and all I want is a salad. I was literally craving a salad. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, this is a sign my body is like, we're not ready yet. We need more diversity right now. And so I went to shout out Kava. Oh, it's such a good place. Do you have Kava?
No,
Oh,
maybe.
okay. Well, it's wonderful. And I got a salad and it was like so delicious.
Interesting.
So I have completely stopped carnivore. I'm going to be doing more of like a less carb situation.
I was gonna say you could probably get damn near close to even like a keto
Keto.
diet
Yeah.
or
I
like
just
a
need, I
very
think, a
like
little
low
bit.
glycemic index where you're just eating things that are like balanced carbs and fiber,
Yeah.
like
I just need to
vegetables.
start with like some whole foods,
Yeah, yeah.
light on the carbs, heavy on the vegetables and meat, but like a good mix right now. I think I
Yeah.
just need to get my body like fully replenished from pregnancy because I waited so much longer last
That
time. And I
makes
know some
sense.
people can go through pregnancy on carnivore, like people have done it, but for me and my body state right now, I think I need to get back to a good baseline and then I don't know, but that's my theory.
Shout
And I
out,
feel a lot better after
bro.
like 2 days.
I'm so glad.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know. Maybe go find you a little dropper of a mineral, trace
should.
mineral thing.
I should.
Because I honestly, I swear that helped so much. So helpful. And I'm definitely feeling better. It's very interesting. My takeaway from this conversation is that if you know, like doing research and just knowledge and having information is so helpful. I feel so empowered that I was like, okay, I'm having cramps. I know that this is tied into that. Let me add this food in and resolve the issue. I'm such a little poop turd about like our normal medicine system. But I'm like, man, what would have happened if I just was like, let me go to a primary care doctor?
Mhm.
Like, I wonder what the normal course of action would be. And I know there's great physicians out there, functional or otherwise. Side tangent, there's an albino squirrel in my tree.
He's back.
He's so cute, little buddy.
That's so
Um,
weird.
but I just feel so like, again, this isn't a major problem. I'm not talking about like you think that you're having a cardiac arrest and you should
Mhm.
eat magnesium. Like
Right.
our system does great for interventions and like major issues, but for little stuff like this and tweaking things, it's just neat to be like, let me try this and it helped. And it just makes me more motivated to keep learning and to just kind of be aware of things because it's so helpful. Otherwise, you're just sort of floating around feeling like trash and not being able to identify why. And part of that too, I guess, is like paying attention to your body and being present and some of those things. Never mind. We can talk about this another day. My obsession with yam root.
I was going to say, we got to talk about that one day.
And my
Yes.
experiments and trying to support my body's endocrine system with herbs.
Ooh, that'll be a cliffhanger. Come
maybe
back
we
for the
should.
yam.
Yeah, we should have a whole. I need to find some podcasts and some people to listen to about like herbal medicine and some more of those things, so I can really drill down into nerd mode and learn some more, and then we can discuss it. Okay. Do you have anything else? I keep hijacking the conversation.
No, I just want to tell you that I'm pausing carnivore. I'm 2 postpartum. I really think that's what it is. I think I'm nutrient depleted.
I think that makes sense. Pregnancy. What did they say? It takes like a full 2 years for your body to fully like
Mm-hmm.
organs to return to place and everything to get back to status quo.
Yeah, crazy.
That makes sense. All right. Well, this was fascinating.
As always. Love you,
Love you.
bye.
Bye.